Hello, teacher.
How are you, Nokian?
Well, I'm fine.
Good.
So you have started another class?
Yes, that was just a new class that I am starting next week. They are a little bit younger than you, so they will have to start at the beginning. Um, can you turn your camera on, please, Nokian? Hello, Feng Ni.
Hello, teacher.
How are you, Feng Ni?
I'm good.
Good. Have you had a good week, Feng Ni?
Yes, but I was very busy. You write on your email is you will discuss with my mistake in the overview I sent you.
We will. We will. Okay. Thank you, Feng Ni. Hello, Kang Ling. Hello, Kang Ling.
Hello, teacher.
How are you, Kang Ling?
I'm still good, but I have a little sore throat, so my
Oh,
voice
no.
a little
Okay.
bit.
A little bit. Okay. I can hear your voice is a little bit hoarse
Yes.
is the word in English. A little bit hoarse. Okay. All right. So I'm sorry you're not feeling so well.
No,
So, okay, Kang
I'm
Ling.
I'm okay, but I don't know why my voice is like this. So
Okay. It's fine. I can hear you fine. That's good.
yes.
Okay. All right. So Kang Ling is here. Feng Ni, I still can't see you, by the way. Now I can. Thank you, Feng Ni. Okay. Who else has come? Bao Ling. Hello, Bao Ling.
Hello, teacher.
How are you, Bao Ling?
I'm good, thank you.
That's great. Can you pull your camera down a little bit, please, Bao Ling? I can only
Yes,
see
I
I can
use
see your
my
eyes.
I'm use my mobile phone, so it's hard
Oh,
to.
okay. Okay. That's right. Yeah, it keeps going in and out of focus a little bit. Hello, Feng Ling.
Hello, teacher.
How are you, Feng Ling?
I'm good, thank you.
Good. Hello, Trami. Trami.
Hi, teacher.
How are you, Trami?
I'm pretty good, thank you. And you?
I'm good, I'm a little bit cold, actually. It's very
Yes.
cold. It's gone back to winter. You can see I have my jersey on today. It's only about 4 or 5 degrees here in Christchurch. Almost feels like it's going to snow. But hopefully this weather won't last too long because it's spring here. So it should be starting to get warm very soon. Okay, can you turn your camera on, please, Trami?
Yes. Please wait for me.
Sure. All right. And then we will look at what we're going to do today. Okay, I just need to turn my fan on for my computer. Okay, I can see you now. Thank you, Trami. So, Trami, I just need to discuss your homework with you. So we'll do that shortly, okay? And also Feng Ni. I'll discuss that with you too shortly, Feng Ni. Hello, Dut. How are you?
Hi, I'm good, thanks.
Good, good. Welcome to class, Dut. Hello, Viet Ang. Viet Ang.
Hello, teacher.
How are you, Viet Ang?
I'm good.
Okay, good. All right, everyone. Welcome to class. We will get started. Good to see you all as usual. Thank you for everyone who sent in their homework. I will be discussing that very shortly with you. But please remember, for those of you who didn't send your homework, is this still an important part of the lesson, because this is the chance for you to practice your English and for me to correct it. So if you don't send in your homework, you won't improve as fast as those who do. So please remember to send me your homework. I know you're busy, so that's why I don't make the homework too long, but please try and do it. Okay, before we start, does anyone have any questions for me? Okay, and just before we start, this is what I was showing some of my other students before, which maybe you haven't seen. Can you see the picture, Trami?
Yes, I can see it.
Okay, good. So I'm just showing you just very quickly just a few photos of Christchurch, where I live, just for your interest. Okay, very different from Vietnam, of course. So this is one of the rivers that goes through the center of the city of Christchurch, where I live. Again, this is part of the river. Christchurch has many gardens and many trees. It's a very pretty city. It's known as the Garden City because there are many parks and gardens in Christchurch. It is a flat city like Hanoi. There aren't many hills in Christchurch, so it's very flat. And because Christchurch was originally settled by English people about nearly 200 years ago. So a lot of the buildings in Christchurch, like this one, which is a museum, they look like English buildings, like this. So a lot of these buildings, these are about 150 years old, and they are designed like English buildings because that's where a lot of the original settlers came from. So about 12 years ago in Christchurch, there was a very big earthquake and it destroyed a lot of buildings. So this is a church in the center of the city. And you can see here, there's a big hole in the roof of the church. And on the other side of this, a lot of the church fell down in the earthquake. So the earthquake was very bad, killed about 150 people, and destroyed a lot of buildings and houses. But since then, the city has been rebuilding into a more modern city. So as you can see, a lot of flowers, a lot of gardens in Christchurch. So I'll just show you a few more of these pictures. It just gives you a bit of an idea of where I live and also what New Zealand is like. This is a Maori sculpture. The Maori are the native people of New Zealand. They were here for about 500 years before the European people came. The Maori people themselves came from somewhere around Hawaii about 1,000 years ago. So that is a Maori sculpture. So these, again, are just some of the buildings in the center of Christchurch City. Christchurch, by the way, a lot smaller than Hanoi. Only about 300,000 people live here. Only 300,000. So a lot smaller than Hanoi. And you can see not so many people, not busy like Hanoi. So Christchurch, very quiet. And this is just some of the countryside around Christchurch. A lot of farms. And the farms mostly have either sheep or cows. Sheep or cows are what the farms have. And this is part of the damage that the earthquake did about 12 years ago. You can see this was a church that was destroyed by the earthquake. Fortunately, I wasn't living here then, so I missed the earthquake. All right. That's enough of that. I hope you found that a little bit interesting and just gives you an idea of what New Zealand looks like and what Christchurch, where I live, looks like. And maybe one day some of you will come here. Maybe. I hope so, because it's a very beautiful place, but a long way from Vietnam. All right. Let's have a look at what we're doing today. Before we go into the homework, and we go on to the graphs. I've got a new graph for you today. First of all, though, we're going to practice a little bit of speaking. So what I'm going to be doing, or asking each of you to do, I'll just see if anyone else has joined us before we start. Okay. I want you to tell me in at least 3 sentences about your dream job. Okay, so what your dream job is, what qualifications or experience you need for this job, and why is it your dream job? Okay, so Nok Kian, I'm going to start with you, okay?
Okay.
Okay, so I'll just give you a moment to think about this, okay? Then Fung Ni, you will be next, and then Kang Ling, and then Kang Ling. Okay, Nok Kian, are you ready?
Yeah, maybe yes.
Okay, so what is your dream job, Nok Kian?
Well, my dream job is to be editor.
An editor, okay, and an editor of what?
Well, maybe pictures, videos, or games, everything.
Okay, but pictures, videos, or games. Okay, what qualifications or experience do you need for this sort of job?
Well, I need to know what effect will make my products good, and by the time I finish the product, quite short.
Okay,
I need skill to make my things better.
okay, and why is this your dream job?
Well, because if I do something bad, it won't affect me and everyone very much. If, for example, if I'm a driver, I I feel sleepy when I'm driving. Well, it's totally a disaster.
Okay, all right, that's good. Okay, thank you, Nok Kian. So that was good English, Nok Kian. It's just so the thing I would improve, and the reason I'm getting you to do this, because these would be the sort of questions that an examiner would ask you in part 1 of the speaking test. Your answers need to be a bit longer, Nok Kian, okay? So, for example, when I say, what do you want to do? And you say an editor, you need to tell me in more words that you want to be an editor of pictures or video games. Okay, does that make sense?
Okay.
Okay, so if you just say an editor, okay, is not enough information. I need to know what exactly does an editor do. That is the sort of thing that an examiner will be listening for. Okay? Okay, Nok Kian?
Okay.
Okay, good. All right, Fung Ni, you are next, then Kang Ling. So, Fung Ni, what
Yes.
is your dream job?
My dream job is a journalist. I like to be a journalist because I like writing and taking a photo. And if I were the journalist, I can go many places to get the information to write the report. And
Okay, good, good. Okay, so that answer, that is good, Phung Ni, maybe a little bit too long. Okay, so these ones you need to, it's good, but not too long. Okay, so maybe 2 sentences is enough. All right. So you would say, my dream job is to be a journalist or taking pictures. I really like to be a journalist because. All right. All right. So that's all you need to say. What qualifications or experience do you need to be a journalist?
I think I need a college degree about the journalist, I think.
Okay, so you would answer, I need a college degree to be a journalist. It would take me about how many years, Phung Ni?
I think it's 4 years.
Good. So you would say, I need a college degree to be a journalist. The degree takes about 4 years. And that's a good answer. Okay, so you can see 2 sentences. Okay, and finally, why is a journalist or journalism your dream job?
I like writing and taking a picture, and I can go to many places to get the information to write a report.
Good. Okay, again, that is enough. I like writing and I like taking pictures and I like the idea of going to many places. All right? That's good, Phung Ni. Okay, so that is how long your answers need to be, but that's good. And again, good English, Phung Ni. Okay, so Kang Ling is next, then Bao Ling, and then Phung Ling. Okay, Kang Ling,
Yes.
what is your dream job?
My dream job is tour guide because I found that I am more suitable for outdoor activities. So I would choose a job that spend the most of time is outdoor, like tour guide. And
Okay, that is enough. That is enough. Okay, 2 sentences. Okay, so you say, my dream job is I want to be a tour guide because I like spending time outdoors and showing people things. Okay, and then that is enough. Good. All right. What qualifications or experience do you need to be a tour guide?
I think that the important qualifications we need uh, for the English or uh, any language degree, or maybe you just stay in a college and have that college degree about the history, geography, and language so that you can be a good tour guide.
Okay, good. Good answer. Okay, that is the right length. Okay, very good. Okay, and finally, why is being a tour guide your dream job?
Because I can my characteristic is outgoing and I want to be friend with more people so that when I can go travel with other people like a tours that I don't know him before, it will be really interesting with me to like discover new things with them.
Okay, good. So the only thing, that's very good. Good answer. I just changed one thing about your English. You said your characteristic is outgoing. Okay, what you should say is, I have an outgoing character.
Okay.
I have an outgoing character.
Okay.
Okay, so again, just remember in English, the adjective comes before the noun. I know it's different in Vietnamese, but in English, the adjective comes first. So you say, I have an outgoing, that is the adjective, character, the noun.
Okay.
Okay, does that make sense, Kang Ling?
Yes, I understand.
Okay, good. Good answers. And that is a good length too. So Bao Ling is next, then Phung Ling, then Tra Mi. Bao Ling. Bao Ling.
Yeah. My dream job is being an architect because I love drawing and designing. I want to create something new, such as design a interesting looking building, and it gives me a chance to express my cultivation.
Okay, so I get a little bit long, Bao Ling. Good reasons, but you can save them for when I ask you, why is it your dream job? Okay?
Yes.
So again, for this part, when I say, what is your dream job? Tell me an architect, and then just give me one reason. Just give me one reason, all right? Okay.
Yes.
What qualifications do you need to be an architect?
I think we need to have a artistic eye and designing well.
Okay, so did you say you need to have an artist's eye?
Just the artist.
An artistic
Yes.
eye. So you need to have an artistic eye. And what was the second thing?
And design well.
And design well. Okay, and you need a couple more words in there. And be able to design well.
Yes.
Okay, so you need to have an artistic eye and be able to design well.
Yes.
Be able to design well. So you need to have those extra words in there to make it correct in English. So you need to have an artistic eye and be able to design well. Okay.
Yes.
Why is it your dream job, Bao Ling?
Because I like drumming, so I think it's the job that I can express my cultivation.
Okay, so you would say, I really like drawing, and it's a job where I can express my, what was it?
Like cultivation. I don't know how.
The word is creativity.
Yes.
Creativity. Do you want me to put that in chat for you or on the whiteboard?
I know this word.
You know the word. Good. Yeah. Okay. So express my creativity.
Yes.
Okay. All right. Good, Bao Ling. So good. So your second part, so that was good. That was good length. Okay. So again, as I was saying to Kang Ling and the others, you really only need 2 sentences to answer each of these questions. All right. Just 2 sentences. Don't need to talk for too long. All right, so Feng Ling is next, then Tra Mi, then Dat. Okay, Feng Ling. Are you ready, Feng Ling? Can you turn your camera on, please? I can't see you. Hello, Feng Ling. Can you hear me, Feng Ling?
No, see, yeah, maybe her signal is weak. She's logging in.
Okay, all right, I'll come back to her. Tra Mi, are you ready?
Yes.
Okay, so Tra Mi, then Dat, then Viet Ang. Okay, Tra Mi, what is your dream job?
I have always wanted to become a stylist, which I find fascinating to pursue in the future. Can I speak?
Yeah, so stylist. So you would have to tell me, what is a stylist? Okay.
Yes. A stylist is a person who design with the clothes for people, and yeah, I just think so.
Okay, so would you call yourself, this is good, but would you call yourself a stylist or a fashion designer?
I don't think it has difference between these two jobs.
Okay, in English it does. Okay, so in English, a stylist is someone who tells people what they should wear and maybe how their hair should look and maybe how their face should look. Okay, the fashion designer is someone who actually, of course, designs and makes the clothes. But the stylist in usually in English speaking countries, the stylist is the person who chooses the clothes for someone to wear. Does that make sense? There is a difference.
Yes, I can understand it.
Okay, so which one do you want to be?
I think it's fashion designers.
Okay, good. This is good. All right. So you want to be a fashion designer.
Yes.
Okay. What qualifications or experience do you need for this job?
I think this job require a vast knowledge about fashion field, and I have to catch up the world latest fashion trends, and also I have to have an eye for fashions.
Good. Okay, so remember what we did last week about subject-verb agreement. So require has an S on the end.
Yes.
Okay, so this job is the subject. This job requires. Okay, so remember the subject is singular in this case, so the verb must have an S.
Yes.
Okay, so you said to me this job require. Okay, has to be this job requires.
Yes.
Okay, good. And why is it your dream job, Trami?
I think for most of reasons, it allowed me to reflect my personality through wearing clothes, and also on top of that, I can meet a lot of celebrities.
Is that a good thing? I'm not sure if that's good. All right. No, that's fine. Good answer, Trami. And you see, you made me laugh. Okay, and that's
Mhm.
fine. So the only thing I would change, just be careful of your pronunciation of clothes. I know this is a hard word for Asian people to say. Can you try it for me, please? So you were saying to me, you were saying clothes. So it's not clothes, it's clothes.
Clothes.
Clothes. Almost like it's pronounced CLOZ. Can you say that?
Clothes.
Clothes, clothes,
Clothes.
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 Yes, better. Do it
Yes.
again. Can you do it again?
Clothes.
Yes. So yeah, so not closes. Not you are putting an extra syllable on the end that it doesn't have. All right. So it's just clothes. Clothes. Can you try that?
Clothes.
Yeah. Perfect. Perfect. Okay. Very good, Trami. Thank you. Okay. Dat, then Viet Ang, and then we will come back to you, Fung Ling. Are you ready, Dat?
Yes.
Okay, Dat. What is your dream job?
I want to work as an entrepreneur.
Yeah, entrepreneur. Can you say that?
Entrepreneur.
Entrepreneur. Good. French word, as you probably know. It's a French word. Entrepreneur. Can you try that again?
Entrepreneur.
Okay. So when you say a career like that, then of course you have to explain what is an entrepreneur.
Entrepreneur
It
is
is.
it is to build business, operate them, and develop them to produce goods and service for
Okay.
society.
Okay, good. That sounds a little bit like you are reading out of the dictionary, okay, which you don't want to do. Okay, so you will say something. An entrepreneur is someone who creates and builds businesses. Does that make
Yes,
sense? That's all you need
yes,
to say. That's all you need to say. My dream job is to be an entrepreneur. An entrepreneur is someone who creates and builds or develops businesses. Does that make sense, Dad?
yes,
Okay, so if anyone asks you this question, that's all you have to say. I want to be an entrepreneur. An entrepreneur is someone who builds and develops businesses. Okay.
yes.
What qualifications do you need to be an entrepreneur?
Being an entrepreneur require a high sense of responsibility, a wide vision and some sustained relationship. Mm,
Okay, this is good, but again, it sounds like you are reading off a dictionary, okay, or like something from Google. So you have to be able to say this to me like we are just having a conversation. Um, so you would say something like an entrepreneur needs to be able to have a vision about a product, okay,
mm,
and how it could be useful. Just something like that, done.
yes.
Okay. So to be an entrepreneur, you need to be someone who has a vision and how to make a successful product. Does that make sense, Dad?
Yes.
Okay. And the way to introduce the sentence is just how I did it then. To be an entrepreneur, you need to be able to you have a sense of vision and know how to develop a product. Okay. Why is it your dream job?
Uh, because entrepreneur can I can earn a lot of money
Mhm.
and uh, and I can create jobs for people.
Okay, good. And that's all. Okay, that was good English, Dad. Okay, and that's all you need to say. Okay, because I can earn a lot of money and I can create jobs for people. Okay, good. Thank you, Dad. Okay, Viet Ang, and then we will have Fong Ling. Viet Ang.
Yeah, teacher.
Okay, what is your dream job, Viet Ang?
Uh, in the future, I want to be doctor. Doctor.
Okay, I want to
Yes.
be a doctor. I want to be a doctor. Okay, all right. What qualifications do you need to be a doctor?
Doctor require a lot of experience in biology, physics, and the human body. Um,
Okay, okay, okay,
maybe communication skill and understand patents. Yes.
okay. That's all good. That's good. And then maybe you would say, how long do you have to study to be a doctor?
Um, I think it 4 and 5 years.
All right. So you would say it would, and it takes about 5 years. Okay, that's how you would say it. It takes about 5 years.
It takes about 5 years.
Okay, good, Vietnam. Good. And why is this your dream job?
Because doctor can save people and solve problems related to illness and injury for patients.
Okay,
I,
good, good,
I,
good.
I, I
That's all you need to say. Okay?
yeah,
You
okay.
can stop there, Vietnam. Remember, only a couple of sentences. That's fine. And your English in the last sentence was good. That's good, Vietnam. Good. Okay, and Feng Ling. Can you hear me now, Feng Ling?
Yes, I can hear you.
Okay, good. I can hear you too, Feng Ling. Okay. I can't see you, Feng Ling. Have you got your camera on?
Can
Ah,
you see me?
that's better. Now I can see you. Okay, so Feng Ling, what is your dream job?
My dream job is because I was young. I saw a movie with a lawyer, and I want to stand in court with her.
Okay, so you want to be a
Hello,
lawyer. Yeah,
can
it's
you
a
hear
little bit
me?
hard. Yeah, it's a little bit hard to hear you. Did you say lawyer, Fong Ling? Lawyer. Okay.
Yes, lawyer.
Okay. Good. All right. What qualifications do you need to be a lawyer?
I think to become a lawyer, first I need to enroll in a law university.
Mm-hmm.
In study hard, so I can understand the law. Because a lawyer is a difficult care and also honest and
Okay. So Fong Ling, your answer can be a little bit shorter. Okay. Okay, so you would say to be a lawyer, you need to go to university and study for 5 years. All right? Your answer just needs to be simple. Just needs to be simple.
Yes.
Can you still hear me, Fong Ling?
Yes, I can hear you.
Okay, good. All right, and last question, why is this your dream job?
Because when I was young, when I was a kid, standing in court, so I want to be like her. I'm feeling in court.
Okay. Sorry, Fong Ling, still a little bit hard to hear. Your connection is still breaking up a bit. But from what I could hear, that sounded fine. And your answer was about the right length. Okay. So that's good. So thank you, everyone. And thank you for being patient while the other people were giving their talk. So the main thing I think to take out of this is not to talk for too long or to be too short. About 2 sentences for every question is the right answer length. No more than 3 sentences. You don't need to talk for too long. These questions would all be part 1 of the speaking test. And for part 1 of the speaking test, like I say, you only need to give answers that are about 2 sentences long. Okay, my dream job is to be a lawyer, especially the sort of lawyer that helps people. Okay, that is about the correct length for an answer. Okay, thank you, everyone. So now looking at the homework. And again, thank you, everyone, for being patient while I was doing that with everyone else. Okay. It's all right. I'm just finding the homework, everyone. And I will share it with you in just a moment. Okay, here it is. Okay, hopefully all of you can see the homework now. So I just want to, first of all, before we do this, before we review the homework, just check with a couple of students the answers that you gave me, which I'm just looking at now. Okay, Fong Ni.
Yes.
Okay, Fong Ni. So the one thing I wanted you to change, can you see your answer, Fong Ni?
Yes.
Can you look at it?
Yes.
Okay. So you've got the number of people leaving, okay. You can take out in.
Sorry,
Okay, you don't need in. All right. So
I thought it's living, so
right. That's fine. The number of people don't need to apologize, Phung Ni. Don't worry. Okay, I'm here. If you make a mistake, it's fine. Don't worry. This is the place to make your mistakes. All right. So you don't need to say sorry. The number of people leaving Ireland went down to, and instead of you need to say its. Went down to its lowest point. ITS. Does that make sense, Phung Ni?
yes.
Okay, went down to its lowest point in 2002. Okay, the rest of that is perfect, Phung Ni. Okay, so just those two small things. All right. Any questions, Phung Ni?
No, thank you.
Okay. And Trami.
Yes.
Okay, Trami. So I'm just looking at you were resending your homework, okay, which looked to me the same as what you sent before. I can't see what is different.
I delete the surpassing the former and I add some time in the graph.
Okay, because the one you sent me, I'm just looking now, still has surpassing the former in it.
Oh, I remember I remove it.
Okay. All right. Well,
Yes.
the one that arrived still has it. That's why I'm a little bit confused. All right. So again with your one, so I'll just correct the one I had before. Okay.
Yes.
All right. So you can see that I changed proportion to level. Level. All right.
Yes.
Overall, in the beginning, there was a significant decline in the level of unemployment figures. Okay. Proportion is not quite the right word for this context. Okay. Proportion means like a fraction of something else, means
Yes.
part of something else. So in this case, the better word is level. All right. Level is a synonym for there was a significant decline in the number of unemployment. Number or level of unemployment.
Yes.
Okay. In contrast, the percentage of people moving out of Ireland witnessed a downward trend in the middle of the period, but then gradually increased in the last period. Yeah, so you don't need surpassing the former at all.
Yes.
Okay.
Teacher,
Yes,
I have some questions about your model answer.
of course. Please
Uh,
ask me.
you say that it can be clearly seen that the employment rate fell from
Yes.
over 16% to 6%, but I thought that in the overall they can not be have data.
You are good point, Trami. You are right. Okay, so the reason I put that in there is so I could show you, the students, okay, where I got that from.
Yes.
All right. So
Yes.
thank you, Trami. You are correct. You are correct. All right. So I have put this in here. I hope can you see that highlighted, Trami?
Yes, I can see it.
Good. Okay, so I've put that in there so that you and everyone else could see what I mean by it fell. All right, that is the only reason I put that there.
Yes.
Okay, just so it was clear to everyone. Okay, if this was my exam answer, I wouldn't put that in.
Yes. Thank you.
Okay, but the only reason I put it in is so that you and everyone else can see what I am talking about. Just to
Yes.
make it clear. All right. Any other questions, Trami?
It's over the 3 decades. I thought it's just over the 2 decades.
Let's have a look here. Trami, have I made a mistake? Fell to 6% over 3 decades from 1988
10 to 22.
to 2022 to 2002. What I think I was thinking about was that was the lowest point it got to over the whole period of 1988 to 2008.
Yes.
Okay, but that is a good question, Trami. Okay. Again, I could have said it fell. I could have said can clearly be seen. Sorry, it can be clearly seen the unemployment rate fell from, I could have said from 1988 to 2000.
Yes.
Okay. So yeah, again, you are correct, Trami. All right.
Yes, thank you.
All right. Okay. Any other questions?
No, thank you.
Okay. Now that's good, Trami. Please keep asking questions. This is good. This is good. So everyone, thank you, Trami. So yeah, so Trami and Fung Ni were the ones I just wanted to clear up with. Now, for the rest of you, some of this exercise very well, but some of you didn't seem to be able to read the graph, which made me a little bit worried because for about English for the moment, you should be able to read this graph in Vietnamese and understand exactly what is happening. So the important thing to tell, and what I asked you, I think, to do for the homework is just to tell me the story of what you can see in the graph. And the important part, not Kian.
Yes, teacher.
Okay, Nokian. So the important things in this graph are to actually just see what is happening with the two different lines. Okay, so you can see here, Nokian, the unemployment rate starts off at about what percent?
More than 60%.
Sorry, Nokian, I couldn't hear that.
About more than 60%.
Yeah, 16. So it's actually about, you can see 17%. Okay, it's halfway between 16 and 18. So, okay. So what happens to the line, Nokian? What happens to it?
It goes down.
Yeah, it goes down. Or what is a word beginning with F?
False.
Sorry, Nokian?
False.
Falls, yes. Okay. Or better to use one word instead of two when you can. Okay. So it falls. Okay. It falls, and then what happens to the line? Nokian?
And it's a little bit.
Sorry, Nokian, your connection is breaking up. Can you try again, please?
It's false and rise a little bit
Okay.
and
So
continue decrease.
okay, so it falls down, okay, is the first part of what happens to this line, and then it stays stable or steady or remains stable. So everyone, these are adjectives that you do need to know. And I know I've mentioned them before, but I'm a little bit worried that some of you aren't using them when you should be. So the first thing that happens to this line is it falls. Viet Ang.
Yeah, teacher.
Okay, can you give me, so falls, you can see how this falls here. Can you give me another synonym for falls beginning with the letter D?
It down.
Not down.
Drop. Yeah, drop.
Yes, drops. Good, better. It drops. There's another synonym. Dut.
Yes.
Okay, so far, what we've had for this line is that it falls or it drops. Can you give me another synonym that begins with D? Dut.
Decrease.
Decreases. Good.
Uh,
Okay, it decreases. Very
yes.
good, Dut. Good. Okay. So again, everyone, I hope you are paying attention to this, because these are the sort of synonyms you need to be able to write about when you are describing what happens to a line in a graph. So we've got three now, three very easy ones that is not hard to remember. And I'm sure you are already familiar with them, but you need to be able to use them in your answers. So we've got falls, okay, drops, and decreases. You don't need to know too many synonyms, just 3 or 4 is fine. Falls, drops, and decreases. Okay, Dart, since I'm still talking to you, then from 2000 to 2004, Dart, what happens to the line?
The line fluctuates.
Between 2000, okay, and 2004.
The line goes straight.
Okay, what is a better way of saying that? So you wouldn't write that in your essay answer. You wouldn't say the line goes straight. Okay. Can you think of a word beginning with S? I mentioned it before.
The line stable.
Is okay, good. That's the
The
word.
line is
So the line is stable. In fact, we're not really talking about the line, of course. We are talking about the unemployment rate.
yes.
Okay, so we can say the unemployment rate falls or drops or decreases, then it remains or stays stable. Okay, stable means remains the same, of course. So again, stable, please everyone remember this. If you see a line that goes straight like that, it means whatever it is measuring, in this case, it is measuring unemployment, whatever it is measuring is stable. Another way of saying that, or remains steady, stable or remains steady. Okay, and then Kang Ling.
Yes.
Kang Ling. Again, thank you for waiting patiently, Kang Ling. Okay, Kang Ling. Then what happens to the line between 2004 and 2008?
2004 and 2008.
Yeah.
It had a maybe not stay remain, but it's increased steadily. Not sure.
Okay. How can you say that more simply, Kang Ling? Okay.
And maybe is
It,
rising.
yeah. Rising what? I need an
Ri-
adjective. I need an
slowly.
adjective. Close. Okay. Slightly. Slightly. Slightly, everyone, is the adjective. Okay. You've heard this word before, I'm sure, Kang Ling. Is that right?
Yeah.
You know this word. Yeah, it increases
Yeah.
slightly. Slightly, everyone, means just a little bit. A little bit. Something that moves slightly, moves just a little bit. Slightly is the adjective you need to use when you are talking about graphs. So, not Kian. Thank you, Kang Ling. Not Kian.
Yes, teacher.
Okay, not Kian. Can you describe, now that I've done it with everyone, can you describe what happens to the unemployment rate?
Uh, um, at first, the unemployment rate is about 17%, and it's close to 12%.
Yeah, then
Continue to be close to 5%.
okay. Sorry, Nokia, your connection is breaking up. I can't hear. I'll try Viet Ang. Viet Ang.
Yeah, teacher.
Okay, Viet Ang, can you describe to me, please, what happens to this line, the unemployment rate?
Unemployment it down drops. Yeah,
Yes.
on the payrolls.
Okay, so it drops.
Yes.
Then what happens to it? What happens to this part, Viet Ang? What happens to this
Yeah,
part?
stop and go twist.
Okay, it remains stable. Remember this word? Remains stable.
Stable.
Yeah. And then what happens to it?
Yeah.
What happens in this part, Viet Ang? What happens in this part?
It remains stable.
Yeah, it remains stable. And then what happens?
No.
Between
Between
2004 and 2008, what happens to it?
It not
Okay, it rises
rise.
or climbs. Rises or climbs. Okay, rises or climbs slightly, just a little bit. So Viet Ang, you need to make a note of these words and remember how to use them. So again, I will summarize just quickly for everyone. I know a lot of you know this already, so thank you for being patient. But I will just show the couple of them who are not sure. The unemployment rate declines or falls. Some of you said dramatically or rapidly, which is good. Okay, you can use another adjective in there, but you need to say it declines or falls or decreases before remaining stable, then rising or climbing slightly. That is what happens to the unemployment rate, and that is the story you need to tell. Same with this one, which is the number of people leaving Ireland. Okay, it falls dramatically for the first couple of years before continuing to decrease more slowly over the next 10 years before climbing again steeply or suddenly. Phung Ni.
Yes.
Okay, are you familiar with these adjectives, Phung Ni? Do you remember them and how to use them?
No.
Okay, so again, you can see I've used the word here steeply, Phung Ni. Okay, steeply. Steeply means something that falls steeply means it falls very quickly. So again, everybody else, if you are not familiar with these adjectives, please write them down because these are the words you need to know to answer these questions. So it falls steeply here or quickly, but steeply is a better word when you're talking about graphs. And here it climbs steeply. It climbs steeply, which again just means quickly, climbs steeply or rapidly. All right. So again, just before we get off this one, just looking at my model answer, I didn't ask you to start with this, but of course you do start your overview paragraph with this. It can be clearly seen. If this was a test, that's how you should start it. And I know a lot of you did. So thank you for that. That was correct. It can be clearly seen the unemployment rate fell over, well, as Tra Mi pointed out, actually, it only fell over 2 decades. Thank you, Tra Mi. Okay. The number of people leaving Ireland fell sharply. Okay. Fell sharply or steeply before declining or decreasing more gradually, then climbing steeply again. So that was the story of this graph. That's what you needed to be able to tell me. Bao Ling.
Yes.
Okay, darling. What is the acronym we use to answer writing task 1? The acronym. It is?
I don't remember what is acronym.
Acronym is when you have letters that represent words. For example, NATO is an acronym. NATO is an acronym.
I don't have any idea.
Okay, remember an acronym. I tried to think of a better example of an acronym that you would know. I'll just find one. Hang on a moment. In the meantime, Feng Ling. Feng Ling, can you hear me? Okay, Feng Ling.
Hello, teacher. Can you hear me?
I can hear you now. Thank you, Feng Ling. Can you tell me what the acronym is for answering task 1? Can you tell me? I'm just looking for an example.
Acronym.
Acronym. Okay, so an example of an acronym is your PIN number. Do you have a PIN number in Vietnam? Your PIN. If you are using maybe a card or you are going into a website and it asks you for a PIN, PIN stands for Personal Identification Number. PIN is an acronym. Does that make sense, Feng Ling? So what is the acronym we use for answering writing task 1? Okay, I see someone. I hope I've explained this clearly enough. Not Kian. Hello, not Kian. Okay, not Kian. The acronym we use for answering writing task 1.
What? Can you say again that?
The acronym. Okay. I'm probably not explaining this as clearly as I should. So this is the word, everyone. I am saying. Okay. Can you see that, not Kian?
Not yet. Oh, I see it now.
In chat.
Yeah, I see it.
Okay, and an example of an acronym is something like
Uh,
have you seen this word before?
yes.
People go scuba diving. Scuba is an acronym for this. I'm just putting this into chat too. Right, so an acronym is a made-up word where the letters in the word represent other words. So in this instance, scuba, which is scuba means scuba diving, when people go diving under the sea and they can breathe through a tank that they carry on their back. Okay, scuba stands for self-contained. Whoops, missed out a word. Missed out this word. Scuba stands for self-contained underwater breathing apparatus. Scuba. S is for self, C is for contained, U is for underwater, B for breathing, and A for apparatus. So scuba is an acronym, okay, where the letters in scuba all stand for something else. That's what an acronym is, everyone. So going back to my original question, and the reason I keep talking about this is because it's important, okay? What is the acronym we use that I have taught you for answering writing task 1? Try me. Try me.
Yes.
What is the acronym? for answering writing task 1?
Like to
Okay, give you a clue. Begins with P.
paraphrase,
No, what is the actual acronym?
pronounce.
Acronym. So SCUBA is the acronym, okay, for self-contained underwater breathing apparatus. What is the acronym beginning with P that I have given you to answer writing task 1?
Uh,
It is, thank you, Feng Ling. What is it?
what is POT?
Yes, it is POT, everyone. POT.
Yes.
POT. Thank you. Try me. Do you remember now?
Yes, I can remember it.
You do. Yeah, good. So that POT is an acronym. POT is an acronym. Okay, where the letters in the word POT all stand for something else. Viet Ang. Viet Ang.
Yes.
Okay, the acronym POT, what do the letters stand for?
And P
P,
is
yeah,
paraphrase or
correct.
overview. To T to detail.
Okay, good. Thank you, everyone. Okay, took a little bit long, but we got there. So again, POT is an acronym that you use as your structure for answering writing task 1. You all know this, I know. P stands for paraphrase, O for overview, and then T for 2 detailed paragraphs. So next time I ask you, what is the acronym we use for answering writing task 1? That's the answer, POT, POT. Okay, and POT, P for paraphrase, O for overview, P for 2 detailed paragraphs. Overview always starts with, it can be clearly seen as, and the other way of starting the overview is Feng Ni. Feng Ni.
Yes.
What is the other way we start the overview with?
It can be clearly seen
Yeah,
that
yeah,
overall.
or overall. Thank you, Feng Ni. Okay, 2 ways we start the overview with. Overall, or it can be clearly seen that. Okay, so when you are answering, or when I ask you for the story of these graphs, please remember to start your paragraph with, it can be clearly seen that, or overall, either one of those. Now, again, I'm sorry, I'm going over old ground. I know for some of you are sitting thinking, oh, you told me this months ago, Teacher Rick. You are right. But I just want to make sure everyone understands, because some of the answers I got for the homework didn't seem to understand this, or didn't seem to understand how to use the adjective to describe what happens in the graph. Okay. Are there, by the way, any questions about the homework that I haven't already answered? Again, you must be able to describe for your overview paragraph what is happening to any lines or bars or things in the table. And do you use adjectives like falls, decreases, climbs, climbs steeply, climbs slowly, stable, remains the same. Okay, I've given you all these words before, but you have to remember to use them. Okay, so today we're going to be looking at processes. Is what we're going to be focusing on the next couple of lessons. Okay, so a process is also part of task 1, and in task 1 of the Ielts, you might be asked to describe a process. So I've got a couple of examples of processes here. Okay, this is what is known as a process. Okay, who haven't I talked to? Dat.
Yes.
Okay, Dart, can you please read? What does this diagram show?
This diagram shows the process.
Yeah, keep reading. Keep reading.
The process.
Oh, sorry. Can you see? Can you see what I'm sharing with you? You should be able to see it.
You are sharing the brick
Yes,
manufacturing.
correct. Okay, so read out that first sentence, please. Stop.
The diagram below shows the process by which bricks are manufactured for the building industry.
Correct. Okay, this is pronounced diagram. The diagram below shows the process by which bricks are manufactured for the building industry. Right? So this is the sort of question you might get in task 1. Okay, you might not get a graph or a chart or a table. You might get a process. What you need to do is, as you can see here, summarize the information in the process of making bricks. Manufactured is just a formal word for making something. You manufacture something. Manufacture is just a formal word, means to make something. Apple manufacture cell phones. Apple make cell phones. Means the same thing. Manufacture is just a more formal word. So you would need to describe in your answer exactly what happens in this diagram. Now, please don't be put off by thinking, oh, this looks really complicated. I don't know what happens. It's actually the same as you do in a graph. You just describe what is happening in the picture. That's all you are doing. The first thing you would do, of course, is your paraphrase. So we're not going to do that now. You're going to be doing that for homework. But your paraphrase would obviously be a paraphrase of this sentence. Okay, that is your first paragraph. The second paragraph is the overview. And that's what we're just going to concentrate on now. So, Kang Ling.
Yes.
Okay, Kang Ling. What is happening in this picture? Can you just describe it to me? Looking at this picture, in a couple of sentences, what's actually happening?
It's like an overview. Okay.
Yeah.
The brick manufacturing have seven staff.
Good.
Staff.
Good, Kang Ling. You are on the right track. Yes.
Okay, and there are 3 main steps. First is collecting the clay to make brick, and the next one is manufacturers or like making brick, and the last one is delivering.
Okay, good. Very good, Kang Ling. You have the right idea. Okay. So hopefully you all heard what Kang Ling said. So Kang Ling described for the overview what is happening in this picture. And what is happening in this picture is it describes how bricks are made, beginning with a digger digging clay from the ground, which is then sent to a factory where it's made into bricks before being delivered to somewhere. We don't know where. Okay, does that make sense, Kang Ling? Good. All right.
Yes.
Dart, does that make sense to you? Dart.
Yes.
Okay. Phung Ni. Phung Ni.
Yes.
Okay, Phung Ni, can you please describe to me what I have just said? Okay, describe to me what is happening in this picture.
Sorry, I don't understand.
Okay, so please pay attention, Phung Ni. Okay, so Kang Ling and I have already described it. So this would be for your overview paragraph, Phung Ni. All right, you need to be able to, in your overview paragraph, summarize. Remember, an overview paragraph is always a summary of the main points. Summarize what is happening in this picture. So, Phung Ni, what is happening in this picture? Tell me.
I think it's dig clay and so
Yes.
I don't really understand this process.
Okay. So remember, Phung Ni, this is a story. Okay, all it is a story, as I've said many times about these things, and you just have to give a summary of the story. So you started off correctly, Phung Ni. Okay, you said it starts with the digger digging clay. Okay, then what happens next, Phung Ni, in this story? What happens next to the
And
clay?
clay is rolled to the
Yes,
white
yeah.
and bricks.
Okay, the clay is rolled and turned into bricks, and when it's turned into bricks, what happens to them next?
And they will diving it about 24 to 48 hours.
Okay, so Phung Ling, too much detail. Sorry, Phung Ni, too much detail. Okay, remember this is a summary. That sort of detail you can save for your detail paragraphs, but I just want the summary. Okay, so go back a bit. So the first part of the story is the digger is digging clay. All right, then what happens?
And it's rolled and turned into the bricks.
Good, and then what happens?
And it dive. They diving over the brick,
Yeah, and then what happens?
and they will backpacking and library.
Delivery. Okay, that's almost correct, Phung Ni. You've almost got the right idea. So remember, we don't need too much detail in the overview. It's just a summary. The digger digs the clay, which is then rolled and turned into bricks, which are then packaged and delivered. Okay, Phung Ni?
Yeah.
Okay, can you repeat that back to me, please, Phung Ni?
The dig clay and roll to and turn into brick and backpacking and go delivery.
Good. Okay, that is the story, Phung Ni. So that for this, that's good. See, so Phung Ni, it's not too hard, is it? It's not too hard. All you are doing is describing, just giving a summary, what you can see in this picture. Do you understand now, Phung Ni?
Yes.
Okay, good. Not Kian.
Yes, teacher.
Okay, same thing, not Kian. Describe to me what is happening in this picture.
The pictures firstly, the digger taking place underground,
Mm-hmm.
and it will like roll in a place in a brick shape,
Yeah, and then
and then when it's become bricks, it will be delivered.
okay, good. Maybe you could say it could be packaged as well, but then it is delivered. Okay, good. You have the idea. Kang Ling, I've already done you. Thank you. Bao Ling, same thing. I'm asking each of you because I want to know that you understand what is happening in this picture. Okay, Bao Ling, Bao Ling.
Yes. First the digger collect the clay and then put on the roller, the metal grid, and mix it with sand and water.
Okay, so Baoling, too much detail. All right, already
Yeah.
this is a summary. Okay. So just the main parts.
Then they
Sorry,
move
Baoling. Start again, please. Start from the beginning.
first the digger collect the clay and then put like mold them and put it in the drying oven, and then they packaging and delivery it.
Okay, so this word is pronounced, everyone, delivery. Okay, delivery. It's a short I sound. Delivery. Okay. Almost correct, Baoling. The only thing you didn't say was it was turned into bricks. Okay,
Yeah.
you didn't mention the word bricks. That's important. All right. Okay, but you have the right idea. So again, the digger digs the clay, which is rolled and turned into bricks, which are then packaged and then delivered. All right, that is the story. Does that make sense, Baoling?
Yes.
Okay, good. Fengling, your turn.
Yes.
Okay. What
The um the digger collect the clay, which put it in the roller and make it the bricks. Then
oh, okay.
packaging and delivery.
Yeah, sorry, Fengling, your connection is
Can you
still
hear?
breaking up. I can't hear that very well. Sorry, Fengling, it's not good. I'll go on to Trami.
Phương Linh sao cái mạng của con kém thế à?
Yeah, I think she had her camera off, but yeah, keep it off, please, Fengling, if that's affecting your internet.
Cái mạng của nhà Phương Linh kém quá. Okay.
Okay, I'll come back to you, Fengling. In the meantime, Trami.
Yes.
Okay, your turn, Trami.
The clay is digged by a digger and then sent to a factory for transporting.
What have you missed out in the middle? The clay is dug, then sent to a factory for transporting. What have you missed
No,
out?
for drying and packaging.
Yeah, what is dried and packaged?
Drying, then cooling, and then packaging, and
Mm,
after that transporting.
you're missing out the B word, Trami. What is the B word? The word that begins with B. That is important.
Bricks.
Yes, you didn't mention
I missed
bricks.
it. Yes.
Okay. All right, Trami, start again, please. From the beginning.
Yes, the clay is digged by a digger and then changed to brick for drying oven, and the bricks are cooled and packaged for delivery.
Okay, good. Okay, so the only thing that's much better, Trami. Okay, and you mentioned bricks. Bricks obviously is the important part of this overview. Okay, the clay is turned into bricks. The only thing that you said wrong, Trami, you said the clay is it's dug, has to be dug, D-U-G.
Yes.
The clay is dug by a digger. I know,
Yes.
little bit tricky, but that is the correct sentence. Tray is dug by a digger. Okay, Dut, your turn, please.
The digger dig clay and those clay are moved to a factory which manufacture bricks and pack them to delivery to somewhere.
Okay, good. Good, Dutch. You have the right idea. The only thing I would do with what you said to me, Dutch, is just use a few more words, okay, from the picture. So you can say the clay is dug by the digger, then it is rolled and turned into bricks, okay, which are then dried and packed and delivered somewhere. Does that make sense, Dutch?
Yes.
Okay, so just remember to try and use some more words from the picture. Okay, Viet Ang, your turn, please. Viet Ang, what is happening in this picture?
The digger digs clay from the ground and roller with sand and water turn into brick. After 4 or 5 days, the packaging and delivery somewhere.
Okay, that is pretty good, Viet Ang. That's fine. You have the right idea. And finally, Phung Ling. Can you hear me now, Phung Ling?
Yes, I can hear
Okay, good. Can you try
you.
again, please? Yeah, I can hear you, Phung Ling. Please try again.
The digger collect the clays and push it low and make it into the bricks, and then drying, packaging, and delivering.
Okay, good. That's good. Thank you, Phung Ling. So thank you, everyone. So hopefully you can all now understand how to tell the story of the picture. And the story of the picture makes up your overview paragraph. All right. So only 5 more minutes left for the lesson. So now we're going to look at the homework I'm going to give you, because the homework is another once I can find it, is going to be another process. And I'm just going to share it with you now. Okay. Trami, can you see this process?
Yes, I can see it.
Okay, Trami, can you quickly describe to me what it is?
It's the process of producing chocolate.
Correct. Thank you, Trami. That's exactly right. So everyone, this is the process of producing chocolate. So what I want you to do for your homework, okay, is simply to write, well, you don't even need to write a paraphrase because there isn't anything to paraphrase. What I want you to do is to write an introduction to this process chart. Not Kian.
Yes, teacher.
Okay, not Kian.
Yeah.
Do you know the words to start your introduction for this chart? Can you tell me the first 2 or 3 words that you would use?
Well, no. Firstly,
Sorry, not Kian?
I don't know. Firstly,
Firstly. No, you wouldn't use firstly. Feng Ni.
Yes.
Okay, Feng Ni, can you tell me the first few words? What I'm going to get you to do for your homework is write an introduction, okay, to this process chart. What are the first few words you would use? The first 3 or 4 words. How would you start your introduction?
Uh, Sorry, I have no idea.
Okay. The first word, everyone, is this. This. All right. Feng Ni, what is the next word? This what?
This process chart.
Good. Correct. this process chart, what is the next word? Kang Ling. This process chart.
Yes.
Yeah, what is the next word in your opening sentence to the introduction? This process chart.
Shows how.
Yes, thank you. Just the one word I wanted. Thank you, Kang Ling. This process chart shows. This process chart shows. Bao Ling. Bao Ling.
Yes.
Bao Ling, what is a synonym for shows that begins with the letter I?
Illustrate.
Correct. Thank you, Bao Ling. This process chart shows or illustrates. Tra mi.
Yes.
What is the next word? This process chart shows or illustrates what?
The process of.
Correct. Thank you. Thank you, Tra mi. Dat. What is next? This process chart shows or illustrates the process.
The process of making chocolate.
Almost. The process of turning what?
Turning cacao to chocolate.
Close. Very good. Very good. Dat, you're on the right track. Turning. These things here are called pods. Pods. Viet Ang.
Yes.
Okay, Viet Ang, can you finish the sentence?
I
This
have no idea.
process chart, okay, shows or illustrates the process of turning the cacao tree or pods from the cacao tree into what?
I have no idea.
Okay, what is the end product here, Viet Ang? What is it?
In chocolate.
Yes, it's chocolate. Okay, or liquid chocolate. So can you give me the whole sentence now, Viet Ang? This start off with this. This
process
process chart.
Process chart illustrate turning cacao to chocolate.
Good. Okay, good. All right. So everyone, that is what I want you to do for your homework. Okay? That's all I want you to do for your homework. Please write the introduction for me. Okay? The introduction being what this chart is actually about. All right? So this shouldn't be hard. All right? You've all just said it. So that's all I want you to do, and I want you to email it to me. All right, Nok Kian, do you understand what the homework is?
Yes, I understand.
Okay. Fong Ni, do you understand what the homework is?
Yes.
Okay. All I want from you is one sentence. This homework should only take you 5 minutes at the most. Okay. I want an introduction, okay, to this process chart. Mrs. Ha,
Yes, I'm here. Okay.
yeah, do I need to send them the link for this so they can see it?
Okay, I think so. You should
Okay.
send. Okay.
All right, everyone, I'll send you the link now, okay, in chat, everyone.
Mấy đứa như kiểu như là đọc bản đồ với đọc các cái biểu đồ có vẻ rất khó khăn đúng không? Không biết cách đọc thế nào, lấy số liệu so sánh dữ liệu thế nào đúng không? Về nhìn cái bản nhìn tiếng Anh thì đứa nào viết khá tốt, có Đạt với gì nhỉ, cả Bảo cũng vậy, là tiếng Anh Kiên viết lỗi ngữ pháp sai nhiều lắm. Chú ý nó vào trước khi gửi đi phải sửa lỗi chính tả đi nha chưa? Và cả ngữ pháp nữa, câu cú phải chấm câu với chấm dấu phẩy đâu phải ra đấy chứ. Mà làm thế thì thi sẽ không thi được đâu, điểm nó rất là kém. Ok, cái bài 1 thì yêu cầu
Okay.
mình phải hiểu.
Okay, everyone. So is there anyone who doesn't understand the homework? Okay. Anyone?
Có
I've
ai
sent
không
you the
hiểu
link.
bài không? Có ai không hiểu đồ bài
I've
yêu
sent
cầu gì không? Ok.
Okay, I've sent you all the link in chat. What I want you to do is email to me the introduction, your just one sentence, what you just described to me before. And all you're doing is describing what this process chart is showing. All right, so that's it, everyone. That's the end of the lesson for today. Thank you very much, Kang Ling. I hope your throat feels better soon. Okay, I hope you feel better soon. One thing I want to tell you about before I go, in 2 months' time, I'm coming back to Hanoi to see you all. All right, so when I'm back in Hanoi, we can have 2 lessons. I will be there for 2 weekends. So we can have 2 lessons face to face properly. So that's at the end of November. That's in about 8 weeks. So I look forward to seeing you all then. So thank you all for your concentration. Trami, I'm going to ask you the last question of the morning. Trami, what is the acronym that we use for answering task 1?
It's POT.
Correct. POT. Thank you. Thank you, Trami. Okay, everyone, have a very happy rest of your weekend. Okay, and have a great week. I look forward to seeing you all next Sunday. Okay, everyone. Thank you.
Okay,
Bye.
everyone.
Bye.
Bye bye.